Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this is a reading for the energy of Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to use Devil in the Details for you, and we'll also use Anatorian's Tarot of the Abyss. All right, so this is for all placements of in Capricorn, and even if you don't have a placement in Capricorn, you have a house in Capricorn. So that means that we all have the Capricorn energy within our birth chart. It's just a little bit easier for some of us to access, or some of y'all to access than others. Capricorn is one of the ones that's harder for me to access. I'm not very Capricorn like. I kind of want to do what I want to do, and I don't want to do what I don't want to do. So, Capricorn is one of those energies that can really focus and stay within that that ledge. And that's not me. But anyway, I digress. That may be you, Capricorn. But I can access Capricorn if I need to. And it should be a little bit easier for me because I have a stellium in Virgo. I've got some earth energy that I can work with. It's just my earth energy is a bit different. I would say my Virgo energy is a bit different than Capricorn energy. All right, one more shuffle for you, Cappy, and I will pull your cards. We're going to pull 3 cards, Capricorn. King of Pentacles. Oh, very Capricorn. Very Capricorn. 10 of Cups in reverse. And Page of Cups. So this is, oh, we've got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck for you too. I like this deck. This, like I said, Devil in the Details. I don't know if you can hear that ruckus on the side, but that's my cat ripping something up. She's ripping up my box. She likes to chew on boxes. Okay, King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups. All right, I am going to pull, I hit the mic, my bad. I'm going to pull 9 more cards from Tarot of the Abyss. We're going to dive into this message a little bit deeper for you, Cap. So with our King of Pentacles, that's heir of earth. And this king is very deliberate. He's a planner, and he moves a bit slower, but he is, I liken him to it like a teddy bear who's very protective. And not only that, he's Capricorn energy. That's kind of what I think about. That patriarchal, very structured, very sturdy, very reliable energy for that card, King of Pentacles. But we do have the 10 of Cups in reverse, which, the King of Pentacles, he's family oriented. And so with this 10 of Cups in reverse, I feel like there might be some kind of situation at home or with a relationship. But we do have the Page of Cups over here, which is earth of water. And I think that this Page of Cups is bringing together this King of Pentacles energy and this 10 of Cups energy. So that's kind of my initial read here, and I'm pulling. One moment. I tried to help my cat with that box, and I just made it worse. Like, I wanted her to play with it, so I threw it, and I accidentally hit her. All right. One more shuffle, and then we're going to draw your 9 cards so that we can understand this just a little bit better for you, Capricorn. Ace of Swords, the World in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse, Temperance in reverse, Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Oh, interesting. I went this way. Strength, and Six of Cups with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So we've got High Priestess at the bottom and the Page of Wands at the bottom. All right, let me flip this so you can have a look. See, let's just arrange this a little bit better. We can get everything in the frame. Me using my YouTube jargon, lingo, I guess I should say. Okay. Ooh, I wonder. I don't think so. And my husband is downstairs playing with his music. He likes to mix music. He plays the guitar too. He actually studied music a little bit in college. Then he decided, we got pregnant and he was like, okay, I'm not going to make any money doing this. Let me go to finance. So he got a finance degree, but he loves music. Okay. So Ace of Swords, the World in reverse. Then we've got the Six of Cups down here. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse, Temperance in reverse, Strength, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ooh, Pisces just had the Ten of Swords as well. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 major arcana. And bottom of the deck, we got the High Priestess over here. This deck does have a little bit of nudity in it. I guess we have to cover the whole thing because she's a little bit necky. Okay. All right. Okay, so with our King of Pentacles here, we've got the Ace of Swords, the World in reverse, and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is the nostalgia card, thinking back, way back when, the way things used to be. And Ace of Swords is a new idea, a new thought, a new, just like that spark of imagination, that spark of a new idea. That's the only word that is coming to my head. And then we have the World in reverse. So I feel with this Ten of Cups here, there's some kind of heartbreak. There's a situation that's not going the way that you want it to go, and to me, I feel with Strength down here, this is something that you're just going to have to work through, Capricorn. Like, I don't think that there needs to be a fix, because that's what a King of Pentacles wants to do, right? Like, what I see here is you're kind of looking back, thinking about how things used to be. How can you fix it to make it into what you want it to be as far as this relationship goes? Because these are our three main energies, okay, up here at the top. And so what I think needs to happen is you just kind of got to let it flow. And I think that's going to take some strength on your side, because you want to be the fixer. You want to bring it back to the way that it used to be. And the Page of Cups over here, I feel that, and you know what? I should say that the Capricorn has the glyph of a sea goat, right? And a sea goat is water and earth coming together. And that's what this Page of Cups is. Water and earth, all pages are earth. And I think that the Page of Cups is combining these two energies together, in that you can't always fix things, because it takes two to tango. It takes two. So it's not just you. And what I think it needs to happen here is that you need to kind of take a step back. Eight of Wands is that card of movement, right? You really need to take a step back and stop trying to force something. Knight of Wands is fire of fire. And I feel like this relationship, this situation, whether it be family, emotions are involved, whatever that is. It has a life of its own. It has its own fire. It has its own passion that is stronger than you or the other party, and it's actually a lot stronger. Like these two, to me, these two cards here are really standing out because I feel like this is the energy that is going to drive the correction of this situation, this emotional situation. and and I think really you need to stop trying to think of ways to bring it back to the way that it used to be, because that is the course that this relationship or situation needs to run. With every relationship, there's always like there's a cycle, right? You meet each other, and this can be friendship, this can be a love interest. You meet each other and everything's very fun in the beginning and you guys are having a great time, and then you get to know each other, then you get to live through, I keep hitting this mic, then you get to live through the ups and downs of life, and you get to deal with the way people deal with things and their traumas and stuff like that, and you get to know somebody, and then you find out it's no longer that honeymoon anymore. It's no longer you know gumdrops and lollipops. It's more so like a cactus. But like I said, it's a cycle. So then you get over that prickly stage, and you learn to accept those prickles, right? And you learn to navigate them. You, instead of trying to change that prickle, that prick. Oh, so funny. Okay. Instead of trying to change that person, you accept them for who they are and you allow them to be who they are, and not take offense, and just kind of go with the flow. And that's what I see here. Like it's going to take some internal strength for you to allow this relationship, this passion that this relationship had in the beginning, it's still there, but forcing it is not the best course of action, because what I think needs to happen is you just got to kind of go with the flow, and allow it to be what it is, and allow it to morph into what it's into. I don't want to say the end product, but into the next phase. Okay. And the Ten of Swords down here is, to me, just saying that it's not over. There's still more. It hasn't come to the crest yet, and you have two tens in reverse. So I feel there's just more changes that needs to happen, and you being that fixer that you are, you're just gonna have to kind of step back and allow it to morph, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card for you. Let me pull it from the Between Worlds deck. Look at my white feather. I like this feather. Like, that's going to go good here. Oh, our King of Pentacles energy. I was about to shuffle in reversals. All right, Capricorn. I am pulling your oracle card. This deck actually shuffles really nicely. It's not matte, it's not glossy, but or maybe it is matte. Oops, I picked up strength here. And this deck is really cool because it's bird based, and I love birds. I do. All right, one more shuffle for you, Cappy. I kind of go until I keep hitting this mic. I've got to find another option for this mic. Capricorn. Transformation. Look at that bird. All right. I wonder, transformation. Perhaps this is you transforming. All right, fundamental shifts, new identities, freedom. The chrysalis has opened and your wings can unfurl. This card indicates a time of expansion and release of the social pressure put upon you. Can you allow yourself to become who you've always been? When others see you beating your wings as your most authentic self, they can't help but do the same. So perhaps this card is asking you to allow yourself to transform, allow this relationship to transform and stop trying to focus it or stop trying to be the fixer of the relationship and just allow its wings to unfurl on its own. And like I said, it kind of has an energy of its own. And I think if you allow the transformation of the relationship, that it's going to turn into something more than you could have imagined. Because with you trying to direct it and trying to push it in a certain direction, that's you deciding where you want it to go, not the relationship naturally transforming or naturally unfurling in the way that it's meant to be. So I think just kind of let go, release, and allow the passion of this relationship of its own to be what it's meant to be. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for sitting here with me and listening to this wonderful reading. I think this was amazing. And if you know anybody who can benefit from this message, please pass it on. I would appreciate it and they would too. Okay, so I'll see you next reading. Take care.